Okay, hello everyone. This is Tasha with Graveyard Girl page on Facebook, and I am out here today. I've got 15 minutes before my kids get out of school, but yeah, I decided I'm gonna go graving in that meantime, and so that's what I'm gonna do. So just within our local cemetery, you stop within the center and you see several prominent, amazing, cool graves. I'm not gonna pan out to the left right now because my car's parked there. And anyway, that one's kind of cool as well. It's a really beautiful day out. That one I find interesting. It's of two different colors. You can just stop. I'm sorry about wind noise. It's South Dakota. I still haven't fixed that issue yet. So here we find a few people that are of interest. This is that marker of Jane McNaughton, who was the oldest headstone birth date in the cemetery, 1798. It's very hard to see on the stone, but I find this type of stone to be one of the harder ones to read. And then anyways, going this way, Mildred Stroop, I saw that one on Find a Grave last night. I've just been searching the oldest stones. So a little about my town. It's Aberdeen, South Dakota. I'm out at Riverside Cemetery. This town was founded in about 1880. It's a railroad town. Nickname is the Hub City because all the railroads converging into this town, from a map perspective, looked like the hub of a wheel. And now we still do have a lot of trains running through and whatnot, but we have 3 of our historic depots still standing. Some of the railroad lines have been decommissioned or whatnot, but I'm not an expert. That's what I know. And so we do have a lot of the folk out here that have died some horrible deaths when they were putting the railroad together. I know that this one was one of them. I had posted him before on my site. James W. Bard Jr. He was 23 years old and he was in a terrible accident on the railroad. I gotta keep watching my watch here, so sorry if I turn my hand away. Here I am. I got about 10 minutes maybe here of graving left to do. So my favorite is wandering in the oldest part of the cemetery. I like looking at the inscriptions. I love reading the names. I do appreciate the dates. I was not always intrigued by local history, so that's kind of something newer, but I've been finding more and more interest as I read the books and I'm familiar with the names because I've just spent so much time wandering out here, so it all became a part of learning about these people. So here we have Robert Roy, son of L.T. and L.E. Varnt, 6 years, 2 months, and 4 days, gone to be an angel. Sorry, I was reading this down, not looking at my camera, like I say. I'm very much amateur videographer. I'll show you just some other things. This is kind of cool. Well, you can see this man on Find a Grave, this Madier L. Norton. He was a veteran, evidently. His photo's on there. If I was more skilled, I'd try to splice it in there. Maybe I can figure that out someday, but sounds like he maybe died of colon cancer. But anyway, that's his wife. That's kind of a cool monument right there. This one's quite cool. It's really large, pretty intact. We got a footstone here at the base. The inscription's really cool. Honestly, it's crazy how some of these are. I don't know if you can see that, but you can like see how precariously the edges are on there, but I'm sure it has a metal rod through it. Nellie E. Norton, wife of Charles F. Fountain. And yeah, my favorite is just looking at the death dates and the oldest monuments. So that was what I appreciated the most. And, what else can we see here? This is kind of a cute, cool stone. And coming out in different, it is kind of covered in bird droppings, but you'll find the birds love to hang out on these monuments, and it's just part of their nature. And the animals love this environment as well. It's peaceful and calm, and they do their best to invite animals in by planting trees and flowers and whatnot. And it's kind of a cool stone over there, but like I said, I don't really want to pan into my car. So here's one of those motifs that I talked about loving, the woman clinging to or pointing to heaven. It does look like there's like a stairway. She's grasping a palm. Winifred, the wife of Swan Dolan. But and then I had posted that guy one time, Stephen Higgins. He was a reburial here. What I found was that the cemetery here was formally platted in July 1886 is what I'm saying. First burial is recorded as David Rowland's, but if you look here, there are a lot of reburials. Find a grave shows a lot of older people. So I had found some literature of the county history also showing like this man's name, and at first I couldn't really connect the dots. So this is Elijah Allen, October 1, 1838 to October 15th, 1899. And he was a veteran as well. But anyways, so it showed that he first allowed people to be buried upon his property, which really puzzled me until the cemetery was commissioned. But I found recently in my research that it looks like he was kind of like the first mayor, if somewhat unofficially, but like I say, I'm quite an amateur at that as well. And anyways, so we can see a stone here that's been cleaned. Mr. and Mrs. Frank Wells' son, Irwin, our darling baby and infant. I really love looking at the children ones, which it's sad. That's not what I'm saying, but I love the inscriptions, the tenderness, the lambs, the symbols. Asleep in Jesus. That's powerful. So yeah, out in this area we'll find a lot of Aberdeen's prominent pioneers and not so prominent pioneers, just people that started out this town. And just one of the coolest things to me, I could probably spend hours just walking around here. So I have over time, certainly, but safe in the arms of Jesus. There's a little bird on the headstone there. I'll try to make my way around. I gotta get my kids here from school, so I gotta get back to my car. The cemetery has apparently, from what I can see, been doing a very good job, like filling in some places where places have collapsed over time and kind of gone down. I'm gonna try coming in on this one from over this side. This one's kind of cool. He's also on the tour. There are several of the monuments like this in here. This guy's name is Elihu Branch. He's on the tour. I don't know what's exactly super special about him besides him having this tall tree monument, but there are several other tree monuments within the cemetery, like I said. So this concludes my segment of graving at Riverside Cemetery. Hope you've enjoyed. Thanks, bye.